Hello, I'm Gareth Walker and I'm here for the West Yorkshire Football Show with some post-match reaction to Bradford City's 3-1 victory over Grimsby Town today in League 2. I thought we were absolutely brilliant today. I thought that's the best we've played in ages. There's not really much more to say other than that. I thought Grimsby were poor. I thought the fact that they came to play and didn't sit back in a low block helped us. But we still were absolutely brilliant. The press was fantastic. We forced them into mistakes. We did to them what they did to us earlier in the season, where we were hungry, we were intense, we were at it from the off, which they were at Blundell Park against us earlier in the season, and they beat us for desire and intensity. And I thought we did that to them today. We won all our 50-50 battles. It's difficult to give anyone less than a 7 out of 10. I thought if I had to pick a man of the match, I'd have probably picked Sarcevic. I thought he's really thriving in that more advanced role as one of the sort of number 10s or advanced 8s behind the striker. But I thought everybody, like I say, was at least a 7 out of 10. I thought that Kavanagh pressed really well in that lone striker role up front. I thought Poynton was really good. I thought Smallwood had a good game. I thought Lewis Richards continues to go from strength to strength at left wing back. Yeah, just really, really happy. It's the best we've played in ages. That's now 3 wins out of 4, I think, in the last 4 games. We've responded really well since that drubbing that we got at Notts County. I think it's 4 home wins on the bounce, which is obviously something that we've not done for a long time. And I was actually watching the scores coming in tonight from the other games and just sort of gutted that Port Vale didn't get a draw. Sorry, that Doncaster didn't get a draw against Port Vale and that MK Dons didn't get a draw against Salford, because you're wanting the teams around you to draw, because you're now looking up for the first time in a while. We're actually looking up. And I know it's Bradford City and I know it's all likely to fall apart because we just don't do things the easy way. And, you know, if we're looking at games earlier in the season and we're thinking, you know, if that goal had been given against Salford when it was a mile over the line, and if we hadn't thrown away 2 points in the 100th minute at Colchester. But we've got to look forward now. We've got to try and keep this run going. We've got a long break. I think it's 2 weeks till we play again in the league, although I think we might have a Bristol Street Motors game against Aston Villa under-21s a week on Tuesday. But yeah, 2 weeks till we play again in the league. That should give us a chance to get the injured players back. I believe that most of them aren't far off now. I think Alexander said that there's only really Tyreek Wright and Paul Huntington, and Huntington's about 2 weeks away, and Tyreek Wright is expected to train next week. Everyone else I think's fit, apart from those two and Andy Cook. Obviously the big one's Andy Cook. His knee injury looked bad at Barrow, and we're still not aware of what the problem is. He's been for a scan apparently and they're waiting for the results. So fingers crossed that's not a long-term injury, but the worry obviously remains that it is. I think we do need to get a striker in this January transfer window regardless of how long Cook's out for. But obviously it's more important if Cook's going to be out for a significant period of time. But I thought Kavanagh did really, really well today leading that press. I thought that we kept the ball on the floor more. I don't know whether that's a tactical thing or whether we're just tempted to go longer when Cook's playing because we've got someone to hit up front. But yeah, we just looked really, really good today, knocking it about, pressing, winning our individual battles, and yeah, just really, really impressed. Like I say, hopefully by the time the Carlisle games comes around, we'll have everyone back fit, maybe apart from Cook. And maybe there'll be a few more ins and outs in the transfer window. George Lapley got on the pitch today. The lad from Birmingham was on the bench. You would expect possibly 1 or 2 to leave if we're going to get a couple more in, which is what Graham Alexander hinted at post-match. So yeah, let's just enjoy this weekend. Best performance of the season so far. Long may it continue. Onwards and upwards with the West Yorkshire Football Show.